there's been a lot of positive response tonight. So yeah, it's a good feeling.
From day one, we just had this connection and it made it fun on set.
This film is take time to yourself and be honest, because honesty is actually your best friend.
Girls were amazing, yeah.
The way I see it, I don't want to be left alone. I don't want to be left alone. And the way I see it, you the one I was hoping for. You the one.
My character is Nandi. She's a lawyer, perfectionist, giver, you know, just gives the world to the people around her, but not necessarily aware of her own personal needs. She lets things slide, you know what I mean? So for me, what I enjoyed most was how different that is from me, you know, the letting things slide, you know, not being vocal about what you want, just getting into the texture of what it means to be someone like that, you know, a lawyer, a perfectionist, whereas I'm very carefree. So I enjoyed the different things about her too.
Well, Zaza is alive and she just is a ball of fun. I think Zaza's life is a party. I mean, even if she has problems, she always finds a way to just be realistic. And I think out of all the characters, she's the most realistic one, who's not afraid to say what she thinks and gives it to you as it is, and she doesn't hide anything. So I hope everyone enjoyed meeting Zaza.
I play Princess in Happiness is a Four-Letter Word, and it's a story about 3 women living in Johannesburg, and you meet them at different stages in their relationship and in their careers, in their lives basically, and then you go on a journey with them. And so my character is, she's a bit of a commitment phobe, let's say. She likes to keep men at arm's length because she just doesn't want to get too emotionally involved with people. And so obviously part of her journey is to learn to be vulnerable and to learn to let someone love you and see what happens, you know. You can't control everything, which she tries to do.
In the movie, I'm not a lead, but I do play a character that confronts Khanyi Mbau. We will just have to see what goes on to figure it out. So I'm also proud to be part of, not the cast ensemble, but to be part of the project as a featured actress.
Cheers, friends. If only love was what it was in the movies, huh?
You mean fake?
I mean, everybody wants happy endings.
It was difficult because, I mean, I'm trying to run away from the person that I used to be, misunderstood, materialistic, and just in the entertainment industry for fun. And I've worked so hard to move away from that. So doing that, I was quite skeptical and scared, thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to drag me back. Is it going to wash down what I've worked so hard for? So those are the challenges that people should still be able to see, that this is Zaza and not Khanyi. This is Khanyi portraying Zaza, and I hope it's come across clearly.
It's simple. I get there, I make nice with the big boys, sign the paperwork, bag the deal, and then poof.
That's the problem, it's the making nice. It starts with a pat on the back, then a nice pat on the leg, and boom, you're sweating in the bobs.
Princess is very relatable to me in that I suppose it's also a challenge really, because there's a part of me that is very much like that, and so that is what I had to use to sort of hook into her and to try and understand her motivations for certain things. So yeah, there were definitely elements of Princess that I could really, really relate to, that really speak to me and to my own experience and to my own personality. So yeah, it's also hard to do that, you know what I mean? Because then you feel a bit exposed. You feel like, gosh, am I letting people know, you know, sort of personal things about myself? But I mean, I suppose that's part of being an actor.
So I'm a partner.
Welcome to the big boys.
To let you in on a secret, it was the first time I was seeing the full cut film as well today. So for me, the most important thing was how do the audience feel about it? Do they enjoy it? And there's been a lot of positive response tonight. So yeah, it's a good feeling. It's overwhelming. You know, I would agree with Renate, but it's a good feeling.
Hi.
Hi.
I met someone. Another toy boy, let me guess. A model, a rapper.
No, actually, he's an artist. And Deep.
I love Deep.
I hope that this film is like a catalyst, you know, for more stories, because there's so many female African writers with great stories. We have great actors and actresses all over the continent, not just in South Africa. And I hope that this film is just like breaking down boundaries. I hope people feel more motivated or more inspired to tell their stories and to tell more African stories, you know what I mean? We've got the stories, we've got the talent, we must just do it now.
Starts with a pat on the back, then a nice pat on the leg, and boom, you're sweating in the bubs.
Please, I'm not thirsty. That's never gonna happen. Thank you for the flowers.
What flowers?
This is a milestone deal for Southern Africa.
I can't take this case. Chris and I have history.
He specifically requested you.
I think that we are now becoming global, and we're becoming global citizens. In our stories, we're not only looking at politics and sickness and white versus black. We've now become global and really accepted that we need to evolve. Women are beautiful, we're successful as black people, and we do eat caviar and drink champagne every day. Yes.
Well, Thabang is an artist. He's a creative before anything. So I'm expecting something. I'm expecting a story that is well written and it's well told through pictures, through emotion, through music, and through his eyes from the way he looks at life. And I'm expecting a story about love, empowerment, and against the backdrop of South Africa today, where women are independent, they're beautiful, they're young, they're fresh and they're free, and it's not against the backdrop of some savior background where we're all poor, dying of HIV in the squatter camps. I mean, hello, this is South Africa today. We have economically and politically advanced, and therefore women have also been economically advanced. So we'd like to see the story of South African women today from a modern perspective. You know, where we're living in the upmarket suburbs and we're dressed in the finest clothing and women are educated and taking on big jobs and having big paychecks. And I'm hoping that also translates into the movie in terms of how it's told from an economic perspective. Because I think the way we tell stories, the narrative, the African narrative has to change.
One of the things that people have been asking me is like, what do you want people to get away? What do you want people to take away from the film? And so obviously there are lots of things, but one of the things was that we had a really, really good chemistry between the three of us, and we worked well together, because there's often this notion that when women work together, it's somehow not a positive thing, you know? And we worked so well together, and from day one, we just had this connection, and it made it fun on set. And I'm glad that you said that, because that was something that I was hoping for. So we had a good time.
Anyone can relate to it. It's relatable. It's not political. It's not traditional. It is just a global movie.
Life is a journey that we're all in. No one is perfect. Our timings are all different, and it is happiness and love that actually help us to actually handle what all of this is, because it's too much. And this film is, take time to yourself and be honest, because honesty is actually your best friend beyond it all.
Cheers,
Friends, if only love was what it was in the movies, huh?
You mean fake?
I mean, everybody wants happy endings.
I'm flying out now.
You just got here and you're leaving again.
Call you when I land.
Soon, but...
Oh, you know what?
I have a meeting in like 10 minutes, and you have to go.
So I'm a partner.
Welcome to the big boys.
So, hi.
Hi.
I met someone. Another toy boy, let me guess. A model, a rapper.
No, actually, he's an artist. And Deep.
I love Deep. Starts with a pat on the back, then a nice pat on the leg, and boom, you're sweating in the bubs.
Please, I'm not thirsty. That's never gonna happen. Thank you for the flowers.
What flowers?
This is a milestone deal for Southern Africa.
I can't take this case. Chris and I have history.
He specifically requested you.
Well, to me, it's already sounding like something it shouldn't be.
This is how this is gonna work, okay? You are a client. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yes, ma'am.
You do know that you're playing with fire, right?
I am just saying, it wouldn't hurt to go the extra mile to impress the partner.
As a married woman, if you're gonna cheat with someone who's married. Then it's not cheating. I don't love you. I never...
It's about the lies! Lies all this time!
Guys, why all this drama around these men? I thought they were just meant to be like a light distraction.
Come on!